Well, good evening, everybody. This is Dr. Keith with Dads for Life, and we are coming to you with another Straight Talk for Parents. We are here each every Monday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Time, which is important tonight, and right at 9 a.m., I think down in Australia with my wonderful co-host, Miss Ariel Wheeler. So we're going to introduce our guests in just a moment, but let's go down to Australia and say hello to Ariel. And what does she do when she's not on Straight Talk for Parents? Ariel, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Well, I'm not here. I'm obviously having fun, enjoying the sunshine down under because it is in summer here. So it's always sunny and we're always cheerful down here and down under. So for some of you who have always been on our Straight Talk for Parents, you know that I'm Ariel Wheeler and I'm the founder of iHer Brand. So I'm basically a visibility creator, writer, and coach. And I know that Keith is also a writer as well. So my thing that I do is I help heart-centered entrepreneurs to create a connected community that creates cash flow. And I just love passionate stories. And this is why Keith and I got started with Straight Talk with Parents, is highlighting those stories. And if you are struggling, we like to showcase that so we can actually help you. And this is what Straight Talk for Parents is helping dads and mums to feel enhanced and encouraged by anything, any trial that they go through life, and knowing that someone there is to support them. So back over to Keith.
Thank you, Ariel. And I do want to welcome each and every one of my Periscope viewers that will be joining on. I see a few of them coming in already, and you're already getting hearts. Dr. Angie, you haven't even started talking yet, so we appreciate you for just boosting up our hearts here tonight. So, but ladies and gentlemen, we are here to talk to a wonderful guest, and I just met her on Periscope a few weeks ago and felt like I've known her for, I don't know, maybe a year already. She is just a wonderful delight to talk to. She has an amazing story that we're going to share tonight. And if you are on Periscope and you have a live question, you can send it to Periscope. I'm monitoring that. My admin is monitoring that. And we will get those questions in as well. I see Jeff Stem coming in on Periscope and Treasure for Life. We appreciate each and every one of you for joining in as well tonight that are coming in on Periscope and sharing out on Twitter and followers and so forth. We're so excited to have you. Now, let's get right to the point. Our speaker tonight, she is one of the best kept secrets in Southern California. She's not just a secret agent, she's a healing agent. She is an amazing woman, as I've learned about her in the last few weeks, and so excited to get to know her and call her a friend of Dads for Life and the organization that we have here. She is the founder and CEO of Healing Agents International. She is in the business of bringing hope to those who have cancer and choices for the patient and their families, and support by building their teams, because there is a niche to that, of building a team, and she's going to share that. Her founding organization, Healing Agents, is dedicated to coming together to help others heal. Its agency is committed to providing hope and choices and supportive teams to around the illness that bothers that family or bothers that patient. Please help me welcome the author of this wonderful book, Redeem Your Health, which we're going to talk about tonight, and how you can get your own very copy of this, the CEO and the chief agent, and if you don't mind, Dr. Angie, my friend, Dr. Angie Welikala. Welcome to the Straight Talk for Parents.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for having me tonight.
Well,
so grateful.
I'd like to have you on the show. You know, I tried to get you a few weeks ago. You're just so busy all the time. I don't know why, but we are just delighted, and we're going to take full advantage of having you on our show tonight. We appreciate it. Our schedule is starting to back up with Straight Talk, but I'm so excited about this show tonight. Ariel, this is going to be an exciting show. Dr. Angie, we're going to discuss this amazing book I just talked about, Redeeming Your Health. And that's just in a few minutes, but I want to give our audience a little background on your organization and Healing Agents and what you do to help others.
Sure. Awesome. Thank you so much. Well, as you know, I'm a chiropractor, author, and speaker, and cancer was not on my plan to have. I had cancer in 2010. At 35 years old, I was stage 0, went through double mastectomy, went through all that, and was basically clear for 3.5 years. did everything natural, did not do chemo, radiation, and was clear until 2013. And I kept having this back pain in my back, and I thought for sure I had a disc problem. You know, I see spines every day, every week, and sure enough, it was the cancer that came back, stage 4 in my spine. Boom, cancer bomb dropped again. And that's taken me this full circle healing approach. And, you know, walking through that, you know, when people think of cancer, they think of death, right? And so I'm here to inspire you, if this is you and your family, that doesn't necessarily mean a death sentence. It just means we got work to do, right? We got work to do. So through my journey, it was crazy. I mean, I'm a miracle because I had fluid in my lungs. I had a fractured L5 from the cancer. It was broken and it was painful. And then one day I was having fluid in my chest again. I couldn't breathe, and a test, and it was actually fluid around my heart. So within an hour, I had a needle in my chest, sucking out a liter of fluid. And, you know, God showed up big in that room. And within 2.5 months later of that incident, with a little bit of chemo, a little bit of radiation, with everything else I was doing, I got that phone call that we dream about, that scan we just did this week is actually clear. There's no evidence of disease. So that was October 31st, 2014. So when God heals you for a reason, then you got to get to work. That's how I feel. So I'm just paying it forward. And that's how we created Healing Agents. So,
you know, that is
a lot.
an amazing story, because a lot of people, Dr. Angie, and that we know or that I've known, some of them get that news and it's so devastating, and they just kind of don't know what to do. They don't have Dr. Angie in their town, or they don't know about healing agents they can call. They just kind of give up. And you have to make a decision up here. You're not going to give up. Isn't that correct?
Exactly. The patients that are having an active role in their choices, that are seeking, that are searching, that are really digging in, making the right choice for them, those are the people that are successful. The ones that just sit back and play the victim role and say, oh, I got cancer. You know, I'm just going to, I've got Kaiser. Like, that's it. They don't do anything on their own. And that's where we want to come in. And I want to be your private patient navigator and give you the nutrition that you need, give you the doctors that you need, give you everybody, because it's a full circle healing. You can't just do drugs, chemo, surgery. There's so much available to you now. And for me, I didn't know what these things were. So that's why we created Healing Agents. So you have a buffet of choices. You know, you've got the patient that wants to do more integrative choices, more natural choices alongside mainstream. So it all works together, and you get to be, it's your body, it's your life, and you get, between you and God, you get to make those choices. And success rate is definitely up there if you're taking that approach.
Well, thank you. I have a question coming in on Periscope, and they want to know, how did Dr. Angie's faith play into this? Was it always there before, or did it come during this? That's a big question.
My faith was definitely there. It's a great question, you know, and God has to be there. I mean, who are you going to rely on? And the first diagnosis, my faith really grew. And by the second diagnosis, it just has even more. I mean, when you're laying in a room in the hospital, there's just so many memories of just watching God's favor through my nurses, through my tests, I mean, you guys don't even know how much I have wiggled through, like a heart surgery, a lung surgery. I mean, it's insane, but that's the next book, right, Keith? But my faith has really been a huge part, and I pray with everybody. Doesn't matter what their faith is. There's power in prayer. So I've never had someone say, no, I don't want you to pray with me because I have this massive disease I need to get help with. So
we have a comment coming in on Periscope that Dr. Angie looks great, and that's from Pastor Michelle Marcella from Mississippi. So you're going to Mississippi tonight. And well, I agree with her. You do look great going through all that. And so your faith is a big, important part. And someone else said, I know that's right. So anyway, so they're agreeing with you here on Periscope tonight. Within your vision, you focus in on love. I'll get to that question in just a moment here. We got coming up here, but it says within your vision, your focus on love, kindness, and service is within your organizational vision. Were there originally more than that, and did you narrow it down to those being the most important, or did you just realize those had to come out from the beginning?
You know, there's so many areas, right, that we want to build our organizations on, right? But these are the cornerstones: love, impact. You can make so much impact with people with love. We send people cards weekly. My mom came in and did some volunteer hours. We sent all of our, I think we're up to 20 families now. We send them a note, an inspirational note every week. We send them gifts. We just, little things. I text them thinking about you, you know, and kindness and service. We want to be an organization that is all about service, and the impact has been amazing. A woman I drove to the hospital this last week, a couple weeks now, she's kind of on a routine with her treatments, but the first time I took her to her doctor's appointment, the social worker at the hospital called me. We've connected, and you would have thought I gave her $1 million. And I just gave her a ride to her doctor's appointment because it's her and her sister. They're business owners. She doesn't have family. She couldn't get there. And so these are the things where healing agents, we want to come in and step in where there's a gap, because every family is different. Some families need finances. Some families need that moral support, transportation, meals. We're not going to run out of people to help. That's what he told me for sure. But how can we show love and kindness in the things that we do? That's going to help make this journey just a little bit lighter and a little bit easier, right? Because it's not a fun one.
I think I think that's important in anything we do. Comment comes in, little things mean a lot. This is so encouraging, Dr. Angie. Another question is coming in that want to know how your children played a part in all this. I know being a mom, I know that's one of our questions, talking about being a mom and how you navigated being a mom through all this too.
Well, I have to say, my husband is an amazing dad. And I couldn't have done it without him, because he really protected our son, Michael, who's now 14 and 6'2". But at the time, the first time, he was just 7 years old. And the second time, he was, 10, 11 there. And, you know, we protected him from the big, scary things. Like, you know, he didn't need to come see me in the hospital certain times. And, you know, kids just want to know black or white. I remember him we're sitting on the couch, and I had no hair. I was 125 pounds. And he just asked me, he's like, "Mom, are you going to die?" And I said, "Baby, I'm doing everything in my power that is not going to happen." You know, and up to God. And I just had this knowing in my heart that God had told me, like, he was going to heal me. He had these big visions of me speaking to, like, a stadium of people. And I'm like, well, that's okay. But those are the things I was holding on to. And for my son, I just needed to encourage him and show him that I was working hard and that I was fighting, that I was doing everything I could to beat this thing.
That's so important. We got people in Periscope agreeing with you on that, and that's awesome. I want to tell you that we have a book here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to reset. I'm Dr. Keith with Dads for Life. We have Miss Ariel Wheeler from down in Australia. I'm sorry, I'm still in a little jet lag coming from your area there, Dr. Angie, so forgive me. We're going to talk about your book now, Redeem Your Health. It's a 21-day cleanse and detox jumpstart, and we're going to go down to Australia, and she's going to share that so everybody can see how they can get a copy of it. And I know that Ariel is chomping at the bit to ask you some questions, so here we go, down to Australia. Welcome, Ariel, back to the show.
Hey everyone, welcome back. For all our new viewers, I'm Ariel Wheeler. I'm the founder of Her Brand. I'm a visibility e-commerce coach. So basically, we're going to be talking about Redeem Your Health, and I would love Angie just to talk about her book while I get the share screen up.
Okay. Well, I wrote this book. This was between cancer diagnoses. So during my there it is. Look at that. During my first thing with cancer, I juiced. I went to this place in San Diego where you were at, Keith, and we at the Optum Health Institute, and I learned a ton of things there: juicing, raw food, wheatgrass shots. And so I learned so much about cleansing, how I had 5 of my labs return to normal after 3 weeks of going to that place where we're just healing the body with natural foods. And I saw it in my practice too. And we removed these 5 major stimulating, irritating food groups, which is, our favorite things like coffee, sugar, meat, those types of things. There was a huge result. And so I wrote it not to be like the queen of cleansing, but this is inspiration to get through a cleanse, because there's a million cleanses out there. I'm not here to tell you which one to do, but this is a great way to start. And I wrote this for the inspiration, because if you've ever been on a cleanse, it's hard. I just did one in January again with a group, and, we need inspiration. Yeah, caffeine, meat, sugar, dairy, those are the big ones. So that's where we started.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Because my daughter is dairy intolerant as well. Yeah. So there's like no milk in my fridge whatsoever. So it's a great change. So from having that experience with cancer and everything, so this actually inspired you to write this Redeem Your Health. So what did that mean for you while you were writing this book?
Well, it was really, I went to a great writers conference. One of my literary agents, she's huge in the Christian industry. She works with Sheila Walsh and Lisa Turkis. And so I literally wrote this book after coming back from her conference. And I woke up every morning at 5 a.m. and just wrote. And God wrote this book through me in about 2 weeks. And it doesn't matter how many times I go through it. It's so right on, because it's his words. It's his inspiration. And it's just, we need to kind of give our body a pause so it can reset itself as well. And, there's so much to the body. It just needs to pause and reset. And I've helped many patients. They're not only just losing weight, but their headaches are going away. Their digestive issues are going away. Diabetes, irritable bowel syndrome, you name it. A lot of these issues, we call them health opportunities, are in the way, and this is just where you start. I'm working on the next book, which is my big story, and I also have a book coming out, which is where do I start when the cancer bomb drops? So a lot coming up.
Absolutely. So what's some of the examples in the book that we can look forward to when we open it up?
Well, there's a lot of fun stories. My dear friend, Top Chef Fabio Viviani, is a patient of mine. He has a great little intro there talking about our story together. But really, it's real life. It's moms. One of my favorite stories is, I think I called it, I want cake. It's like day 8 and you're just like, I want cake. Let's be real. I'm a mom. I'm tired. We're running around. We're trying to keep our house in order. We're trying to love on our kids and love on our family and get dinner ready. And, it's exhausting. It's a full-time job, right? Absolutely. And then be a professional on top of that.
I'm sure that all mothers on here can agree that we have at least 3 or 4 jobs every day. We are a mom. We go to work every day. Then we come home and we play the domesticated mom where we look after the house. And on top of that, we're also a wife. So I'm all down with that when you say that it is hard being all of those 4 things, and having to go through cancer at the same time and write a book and share the inspiration. Like, wow, honey, I'm going to give my hat off to you if I was wearing a hat. But yeah, absolutely. Like, I can't imagine because my husband's dad, he just went through acute leukemia. And that's quite a scary thing, because that only actually, the one that he has, I cannot pronounce the name. However, it only happens in children. And that was actually activated in his body. And seeing what he went through, and just knowing that we all have a path that we choose. And it's great that you have the healing behind that, and that choice of that healing, like whatever option that we want to go through, because most of us are taught to go through that expensive process of actually taking drugs, doing the chemo, having a needle in your back as well. And it's just great that you actually give people those options, that there is hope out there, and giving that inspiration. But it also comes back down to what you eat during that time, and having a lifestyle change. Just one moment.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I have a question here.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay, absolutely. Okay, so we can get this book here from Amazon. It's in paperback version. Will it be available in Kindle by any chance?
Yes, it should be there.
Okay, let's see if we can see. Oh, it just says it's only available in paperback on mine, so that's okay. So we can get it from Amazon as well. And I'm just going to bring it back to Keith just for a minute. I'm just having a technical difficulty here.
Okay, Ariel, thank you very much. Well, I think I can see it on Kindle on my end. Is that possibly that it's not available on Kindle in Australia, Dr. Angie, or do we know? Or
Might be, because I believe I think it's $4.99 on Kindle. So
yeah,
I'll have to check.
On my end, so you can get it on Kindle here, I'm sure. Dr. Angie, I just wanted to tell you we've had an increase of Periscopers, so I want to welcome them back. All those have joined that in. You're learning about Dr. Angie Welikala with Healing Agents International, and she's went through a tough journey in life, as we all go through tough journeys, and we have to learn how to navigate through those for a more successful future, and that's what she's done. And she's not only done that for herself, ladies and gentlemen, she has turned it around to help a lot of people through this organization. So just wanted to welcome all of you new ones. If you come on there and started learning about us, you can send a question through Periscope. We are monitoring that, and we'd be glad to give that out to Dr. Angie while we're doing it. Appreciate all these hearts. Well, you're getting a load of hearts tonight, Dr. Angie. So I thought it might have been just me, but apparently not. It's you. So, all right. So we have a question here. On day 14 of the detox journey, you titled it "It's Not Over." Can you explain that, what that actually means, and how it also applies not maybe to cancer, but just anything in life struggles?
Right. So like day 14, right? It's kind of like in the middle. You're getting tired, you're getting worn out. One of the things in my journey that my pastors and my influencers would tell me was, don't grow weary of doing good. I mean, I was in so much pain and I was bedridden, and I just thought, oh, my life is so hard right now. How am I going to do this? But it's not over, and we have to keep going, because my miracle could just be over the next hump, or your miracle's just over the next hump. Your breakthrough could just be around the corner. And if you give up, then what? So the book, it was like, it's not over, especially when things aren't going right. Maybe you ate completely off the plan. Who cares? Get back on it the next day, the next meal. I'm definitely not. I've struggled with my weight my whole life, and I'm not perfect. And if I'm gonna have a piece of chocolate, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be raw. It's gonna be its healthy form, and it's a superfood. So there you go. But give yourself grace. We have to give ourselves grace, because life is so short, and it just goes by so fast. And for those of you struggling with something, I just pray that you just keep going on and trusting God for everything. And it's a miracle, and every day is a gift. So, I've lost friends along the way. I've lost my neighbor, who was just 35 years old. She has a 7-year-old. And, when I get tired, I think of Mina, and she's not here. So I get over it myself real fast. Like, we have things to do. And, what kind of a legacy do I want to live? If the bomb drops again, have I done everything I was supposed to do, right? Has my assignment with God, did I complete it completely yet? Or there's still things that I'm supposed to do? So get that book written, get that job interview done, whatever God's kind of nudging you to do, go for it. Don't wait. Don't waste time. So that's what I'm all about.
Those are some wise words. I tell you, we just had a friend we found out passed away. Didn't even know he was sick. He got diagnosed January 2nd. He's already gone by the 1st of February. So, it just that quick can happen. Yeah, so it's pretty aggressive. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have to appreciate every single day we have, and we have to know that God has our back if we look to Him for that. sometimes we try to handle it on our own, and it can be very difficult. So we have to find people like Dr. Angie's organization to talk to that can help us navigate through those illnesses like that. But then also just somebody to talk to just about life struggles, you know. I think a lot of people go through life saying, oh, everything's cool, everything's good, everything's all right, Dr. Angie, but we know when you get really talking to them, you know, get inside their heart, they're not, you know. I know that to be a fact, actually, for some people. So you just have to understand that there's people out there that care and love you and want you to succeed. We appreciate all those new people that's just pouring in here on Facebook. I mean, Periscope, actually, and they're sharing out this content. If you have someone that you know that's going through a difficult time and illness, and you need them to get in touch with somebody, or maybe you suggest that, you can suggest Healing Agents International. Dr. Angie, what's the best way for somebody to learn more about you and your organization and how you can help?
Well, they can just go to the website at healingagents.org, and they can click the free consultation button, and that sends them right to me. And then we actually set up a consult online, either on the phone or Zoom like this. And, you know, that's really the first step to kind of, what I do is see kind of where they're at, where are their missing links? Do they need, what are they missing? Do they need nutrition? Do they need more doctors? Do they need just support? You know, maybe because it's a roller coaster every week, and just to have someone that's been through the craziness to just kind of breathe a little breath of fresh air and a little positivity and attitude is key in this journey. And so to keep holding you up during the craziness, like, oh, this test is this, or oh, this, yeah, that's great, but my God, it's bigger than all that. So even my doctor, I just brought a woman to my doctor, and because she wasn't happy with her oncologist, and you know she has a very hard situation right now, and I was able to laugh in there with them and say, well, I'm still here, so you know, the doctors have what they have, and they have their tools, but you know we have to go above and beyond and do all that we can, because in the end of it, right, we want to know that we've done everything we can, and our family knows that we've tried, and
that's good. That's a good word. I'm going to ask Ariel, did you find that? Can we share her website?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course.
Right, let's do that. As we go back down to Australia, we're going to share your website just to give people what to look for. I think it's important to know a little bit more about, you know, how we can put people in touch with you. So right here, tell us a little bit about this then, Dr. Angie.
So if you scroll down, there's more videos, and I love videos and testimonials. There's my story there. If you scroll down a little more, you'll get the free consultation. I also have that book, Where Do I Start When the Cancer Bomb Drops? If you email me there, or you can just email me directly at healingagents@gmail.com. I'll send you a copy of that for free today for being listening here. I had my web guy fix that. I'm not sure if it's sending it out right away, but I will send it to you personally. I'll be adding a few things to that book, but it's really my go-to, like, where do I start? And it really helps you get, because it's a blur and you're not thinking when you're just diagnosed. So it's kind of like a little navigator of where to start, you know, and what I've done along the way. And we've got programs. I do one-on-one coaching. I also do group coaching, and also I'm starting to launch a private Facebook page that'll just be really one-on-one. See, there it is. I'm God Strong. That's how we started. One of your questions was, where did we start? And in my journey, God gave me that I am God Strong. And so I made a bracelet, and I wore that around my wrist all the time. And that's where God would show me the best. I'd have the best nurses, and I'd have all the different little things, and just things would happen so beautifully. They would just fall into place. And as soon as they'd see that on my wrist, they go, oh, I'll take care of you, honey. You know, God just showed up. And that was the original name of our organization, called God Strong Foundation. And then we branded it and created Healing Agents, because it's just, I love the double play on words. And as healing agents, we're like secret agents. We want to come in, love on you, support you, and then, you know, send you off and help you get to the next level. So I'm excited. This is my passion.
You're definitely doing that. Ariel, do you have anything on your end?
Absolutely. I'm just really in awe actually because it's just so powerful how healing can play out in our life, not just healing our body from disease or illness, but also healing our mind as well. And I cannot imagine what was going through your head at the time. So do you want to enlighten us about what some of the things you may have been thinking during that hard time?
Absolutely. I mean, fear is number one, right? Am I going to make it to my son's next thing? One time, I was so sick. And, if any baseball families out there, they know what Cooperstown, New York is. And he was 12. And the fact that we actually made it and I was able to go and that summer. And when he was just 2 years ago, I think when it was 12. And I just cried because he pitched the game of his life. He pitched a no-hitter, 15 strikeouts, and in the fifth inning, he hits a home run, bawling, mom in the corner, bawling, right? And it was like, I just gave thanks so much that I got to witness that and see that because, man, it's these moments of life, right? That we just have to scoop up and love. And those are the things that go through your head, fear. And I have to cast out fear daily. And I would swim or I would do whatever I could and just be like, I am healthy, I am whole. And I would pray and I would constantly just be reading positive things. One of my favorite books is called Mind Over Medicine by Lisa Rankin. And I'm I would just play that in my ears. I would have Joyce Meyer in my ears. I would just have, the battlefield of the mind in my ears. I mean, just really, you have to protect yourself. And then people that are not positive, you have to remove, even if it's family, they have to step out because you have to protect your inner circle. And I was positive, and I'm telling you, my best friends were scared to death. They told me, we had a little chat recently, and they're like, Angie, that day that you had the needle in your heart, we were just like, OMG. It happened so fast. It was like, call my friend Jill because she's the prayer warrior, and the prayer circle would start. I mean, there was no time to prepare. I mean, my heart could have stopped, it was now or never, let's go. So boy, I've learned a lot, don't sweat the little things anymore.
I don't know about you guys, but you're definitely pulling at my heartstrings here, just talking about all that, because that is a prime example of how you heal yourself from the inside, regardless of whatever's happening in your physical world as we are here present, and also what's going on inside of your mind. So I can so relate to that because we've all had past struggles in our life where we've had to remove negative people from our life or choose to be even more positive and going, yes, I know that I'm going through this terrible experience, but I have to keep moving forward because we all have responsibilities. And as a mum, and I can imagine too, Angie, that sometimes it's so hard to put your game face on and be straight and be strong and be positive and be that rock in our family when we feel terrible and horrible and in your case, feeling very sick at the same time. Mm-hmm. And in being diagnosed a few more times, I can't imagine how that you must have felt during that time. So my heart goes out to you fully. And this is why you embody that healing agent, because you are the healer. You are the light that's in our lives that people need. And that's why your foundation is growing so much more. And I just want to bring it back to our Periscope viewers. Is there any more questions about healing or how we can get in contact with Angie? Because Angie has a super powerful message, and I want to make sure that all of our viewers are getting that chance to even just talk to Angie. You're welcome.
Yes, and if they're not, Ariel, we're also getting, we've got a lot of Twitter viewers at this time too, maybe not on Periscope. So if you have a question you would like for Dr. Angie to address, what is your email once again, Dr. Angie?
It's healingagents@gmail.com.
Okay, healingagents@gmail.com. So,
yeah.
Well, that has been awesome. I've got one more question for you. Okay, might be a tough one. All right, and that is, if someone today knows of a situation in their own family, or maybe they just have a friend you have any suggestions how they might recommend your organization to them, just to chat, just to see if healing agents can help them? Because some people, they don't know how to approach folks in a situation like this.
Yeah, and it's a very private thing. My husband is a very private, introvert kind of personality, and so he didn't want me to tell anyone for a while. And so what I would say is, don't isolate yourself too. And you know what? Go to my Facebook page at Healing Agents, the Facebook page there. I have a ton of videos. I do videos every week, just as like inspirational things. We cover tons of topics, and really create, so even if you're in bed, you can watch those videos. On Periscope alone, I think I've cataloged over 100 and different things. Just all topics ranging from this health and how to just navigate through cancer. I have caretaker stories on there. I have other survivor stories on there. And I think that's a really key thing is, I remember talking to someone that had stage 4 breast cancer in her spine and she was healed. And it was just me talking to her on the phone and hearing her story and thinking, wow, if God can heal her, why not me? Right? And so that's what I held on to. And hearing that was the key, to just hold on to those little slivers of hope, because when the pain was there or another test went wrong or another procedure I needed to have, I think my biggest strength was, a lot of people try to fight cancer, but my strength was surrendering to it and literally loving myself and loving the cancer out of this body. Because if you try to resist and fight, it doesn't work. But if you just surrender and let go, more things happen. And I really saw a shift in my healing when I did that.
Wow, that is really powerful. And I've got a question coming in. Well, maybe it's not. It was, I guess, a comment that they were just agreeing with you there. So saying amen. That's an agreeable comment, I'm sure. I know I've got some pastors on Periscope, and those will be watching my replay viewers that are not with me right now, or my replay of this. But you do speaking engagements, right, at churches and events?
Yes, I love it.
I can see you're excited about that.
Yes, I would love to come to your church, love to come to your organization and speak. I just did a great business talk about how impact changes lives, and how even in our businesses, what are the little things we're going to do that's going to change the life of someone? Because we all have wonderful products that we can share. And boy, I love speaking. And I've had a lot of great compliments that say, just this last week, a guy waited. I had a line after I spoke, right? And the last guy, had his backpack, and he's like, I'm in sales, and I've heard everyone this weekend. It was great. He's like, but when you speak, the whole room stops. He's like, you have a gift. And I said, oh, thank you so much. Please let me know if I can come and speak at your organization or whatever. But it's truly, I love it. I love it. If I could just fly around the world and speak, that's it.
Well, somebody on Periscope said it's a God gift. I call it a mission gift. That's your mission. And you were given that to encourage, enhance, enrich the lives of others. And I just wanted to really thank you for being with us tonight. I know you have a very busy schedule and taking it out of your day to be with us, and we're going to use this and repurpose it to put your message out there a little bit further. Ariel, do you have any final comments for Dr. Angie tonight?
I don't have any final questions, but I'm just seeing the light from Angie. She's absolutely amazing, and I'm so blessed that you're here today to share your message. And you definitely are on a mission. So I just have to say to all our Periscope viewers, all our Twitters, whoever else is out there listening, that if you're going through a hard time, especially with cancer, or whether you just want to get in touch with Angie, go for it. Don't hold back. Reach out. Why not get a gift in the mail that says, keep going, you've got this? Because sometimes we just need that pat on the back and that reassurance, knowing that we can move forward. Wow, did anyone get any tingles just then? I got some tingles. When I get tingles, I know that was speaking our truth there. So if you are
not alone,
let them come, because it's all good. You're all safe here with us. I just absolutely love your mission and your message. And Keith and I would love to have you back on the show, and just to really help more parents, because we all need some help when we think that we don't need some help. And all we got to do is just raise our hand and say, hey, I need some help. So thank you for being that love and the light in so many people's lives. Absolutely. Pick me, for sure.
Well, thank you, Ariel. And I tell you, we got a comment here that says, we appreciate you, Dr. Angie, and blessings. We also have a school teacher on here. It's a great scope. What a blessing and encouragement you are. And I tell you, you are, girl. You just, I mean, look at you. You just beam with a light. And,
really, yeah.
And,
All baby.
yeah, all his. There you go. You're giving it to the right person. So, but we just appreciate you so very much. I know you have a Facebook page, right, as well?
Yep, we have a Facebook page at just Healing Agents. And also, if you feel led, we're raising money right now because there's literally, can you imagine having cancer and not being able to get to your appointment because of gas, or you have to take the bus? So we're raising money for parents that are very low income and cannot get to their doctor's appointment. So you can go to healingagents.org on the donation page and just pick any donation, $25, $50, $100, and those go straight to we're doing a gift card program right now. We give Sprouts, groceries. They need organic foods, and Sprouts is our great local. Or I'll find it, because I work with people across the country. I've got some people in New York and Chicago and all over Denver, Minneapolis, so we just, those little things go so far, like, wow, someone's thinking about me. And, maybe we could pay their rent for the month. That's just filling in the gap is just our heart. So thank you guys so much for letting me share. And
you bet. I want to just, right before we close up, Dr. Angie, I want to go back down to Ariel. Ariel, just share our new page that is getting a lot of attention. We certainly need to highlight Dr. Angie's organization on our page. She has gotten in a lot of viewers tonight on Periscope. So I appreciate that, Dr. Angie. You're increasing my Periscope tonight. So it must have been they just saw your name and they said, oh, I'm going to go. I do have a question. How do they get in touch with you on Periscope? How do they follow you? What's your handle?
Here, it's right here. I'll put some hashtags. I'll smile. It's Angie Welikala.
Angie Welikala. All right. Oh, she's on Periscope. There she is. Follow those right now. Oh, that's awesome. Isn't that great how technology works, connects us all together? So, Ariel, just show them our page, and then we're going to end up with Dr. Angie in case we have one more question come in here. I'm just waiting to see. We got some new viewers just came on board. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll just show our page. Just bear with me one moment. I will bring up our Facebook page. One moment.
There it is, folks. Just click on those icons and you'll follow her. All right.
Absolutely. Everyone see our Facebook page? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so a little bit about us. As you can see, I'm the admin at the moment, so you'll be seeing my admin, but you will see a little bit of a different page. So what the Straight Talk for Parents is, we are a talk show where Keith and I, we talk about, we obviously had Angie here tonight. We've had so many amazing guests, and what we're all about is to enhance, encourage, and enrich the lives of our children. But doing so, enriching those children's lives, we're also enriching the parents' lives. So we're here to help parents, to support them. And this is just our Facebook page where we love to connect with you. So if you have an amazing story where you've had some struggle that you've overcome that you think is absolutely powerful, and you know that you're going to enhance and enrich and encourage someone else's life to make change, then definitely get in contact with Keith or or you can just click the contact us page and we will get back to you. So this is just a little look about what our page is. We've obviously got over 200 likes. Yay, we got 100 likes the other week. So we are rocking, we are moving, we are definitely making impact. So we'd love for you guys to either like our page or just support us, or even just share a story that you think is going to help someone else. So I'm just going to scroll through our page just to let you have a little whiz of what we are all about. As you can see, every week we are on Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. PT, and 9 a.m. if you're in Australia. And I think that's 11 p.m. UK time. And we also have our handle there. So just flick through. We love to share videos. We even like to share napkin notes as well. So we have a lot of goodies here for you to check out when you pop over to our Facebook page. And I will just highlight that there. It's www.facebook.com/the straight talk - we couldn't get the straight talk for parents because someone else has got that, but you know where we are. We're definitely the straight talk. Back to you, Keith.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Dr. Angie, any final words?
Oh boy, thank you guys so much. You had talked about, you know, how important it is not to give up, right? On our kids, on our family, and ourselves. And it's so important that we keep going strong even when it's hard, because we want to live a legacy, right? We want to live a legacy for our families and for those around us. So thank you for letting me share. I'm so grateful for this time.
Absolutely.
You're most welcome. Thank you so much for being here with us.
You were a delight, and you've got more Periscope viewers from me tonight for our biggest show, it seems like, so we're excited about that. We will be repurposing this, folks, so if you know anyone that's going through a difficult time and would like to view it, but also how they can get in touch with Dr. Angie at healingagents.org. Well, until next time, which is next Monday night at 6 p.m., we will have a topic of dealing with bullies in your school and helping your kids deal with that difficult subject. We're excited about our guests that will be discussing that as well. So until next time, this is Dr. Angie. You can say goodbye for us of healingagents.org.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
And Ariel Wheeler down in Australia saying goodbye to us all the way from down there. She's got a whole day ahead of us.
Hey.
I'm getting ready to go to bed.
I love to say g'day, but it's not g'day. It's bye-bye for now until next Monday.
There you go. I appreciate my wife helping me admin, Miss Glenda down there, and this is Dr. Keith with Dancer Wife saying go out and encourage, enhance, and enrich someone's life today, tomorrow. Make sure you start with your kids. They need it the most. And if you can still get to them before they go to bed tonight, tell them you love them and give them a hug. We'll talk to you later next time right here on Straight Talk for Parents. God bless and bye-bye. Thank you, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.